Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome back to Pixelmon. This is version 252 and 253 for Minecraft 164, and it's another huge update. We've got new starters, new Pokemon galore, updated models, tons of fixes and features, and I will go into them for you guys in a quick rundown. Now, typically I will show you guys all the new Pokemon at the end, but I think I'm just going to pepper them throughout this so you guys get to see, and we're going to start with ones that have new models, and this is the first one here, Voltorb. Look at that shading, and he will roll around like a little Voltorb should to travel. He's looking pretty good. And the first thing you're going to notice when you boot up the mod is the starter screen GUI has been changed, and there are a ton more new starters, at pretty much all of them up to Gen 4, and this is the selection here, not including Eevee, that you can see. And I'll go into these and show you their models and everything as we go, and some of the old ones like Squirtle and Charmander have new models and stuff, so I will show those as well. Some of the other new GUI, there's Electrode real quick for you guys to check out. Boss drops, now if you defeat a boss, it'll tell you what items it drops and put them right into your inventory. Battle query, if someone wants to fight you, you can either turn down or accept their battle, and it'll tell you who's challenging with a little picture and everything of the person using their skin. Evolution has a new screen, and to show you that, I think I'm going to use this other guy who got a new model. This is Pidgey here. I'm going to drop him so I illustrate that he has a flying model as well as a normal model. See, he flaps down. A lot of Pokemon now have flying models, and I will show you Charizard's later, of course, because he has a new model as well. But yeah, Pidgey here, if I give him one rare candy, he should evolve, and I'll show you the new evolution screen. So here he goes, he's leveling up. Here he goes. What? Pidgey is evolving. You can also see the new battle camera is used in the evolution screen. It rotates around. Now, the 153 version of this mod is going to change it so you can turn this off if you find it nauseating. And there he goes. He's transforming. He's growing. And he grew, and then he went to kind of a lower model. That I'm sure they're going to change this model here. They're slowly going through all the old models and making them better. But yeah, now we have a Pidgeotto, so the evolution screen is much cooler than it used to be. They don't just transform magically into the next Pokemon. So there's that. Some of the other stuff, I mentioned the battle camera. Now, if you ride a Pokemon, I can use this Flygon to show you that. The speed of the Pokemon is now actually calculated by the Pokemon speed stat as was intended. And here's Flygon's new model. And if I right click, there we go, and I can fly on him. Here we go, and look, Flygon's got a new flying animation, so he looks a bit different when he's flying. He's not just constantly floating around, looking pretty cool. And a lot of the problems in the old mod, or old versions where you would be like, look like Dragonite is like holding you, or any other flying Pokemon, sometimes you wouldn't look like you're sitting on them right. They've fixed a lot of those, so now I'm actually situated on Flygon correctly, like I'm actually riding on him. And there you go, yeah, he's got his standing animation back again. Another new model here, Psyduck, looking good. Hello, little guy. Some of the other stuff here. So there's a new command called PokeGive. You may have heard of PokeSpawn, which would spawn in a Pokemon, but PokeGive will actually give a trainer a Pokemon. So you can do the Pokemon name after the trainer, and then if you were to want to give a trainer directly a Pokemon without them having to catch it, that's how you do that. But PokeSpawn now has some new features where I can actually do the level. So let's spawn, I need to show Magikarp's new model. So let's do that, Magikarp, and I'm going to do, I'll do a shiny one. So if you want to put shiny, just push S in there, and then do level, and you can choose whatever level you want. I can do level 19, and then we'll evolve him into a Gyarados. So this is Magikarp's new model, looking really good, and when he's on land, he will be on his side flopping around, and when he goes in the water, he will turn, you know, back into his normal swimming animation. Let's catch him real quick there, and then I'll turn him into Gyarados in a little bit. So another new model here, one of my favorites. Miltank has a nice new high poly model, looking good there. That's all I'll say about that, I guess. I'm gonna swap these guys out as I go into some more new features. So you can switch the levels around when you spawn Pokemon in. I mentioned that. Some of the other things, now there are options in the GUI. If you don't want to do certain generations of Pokemon, you can actually turn that off if you don't need to use all of the Pokemon generations. So if you are, you know, a fan of certain ones, or you want to limit them, you know, in the future I'm sure you'll be able to spawn certain ones in custom biomes and stuff. But right now, if you're like, I only want to use Gen 1 Pokemon, then you can turn that off in the config and, you know, switch them on and on. Hello, Mareep. So this guy, he was not in the release notes, but I'm pretty sure he is new. This is little Pichu here. Hello. And then also, Pikachu has a new model. Looking good. Hello. Little Pikachu there. And then Raichu also has a new model. So these guys are looking great, conforming to the new style here. Let's throw out this Magikarp. Oh, this isn't the Magikarp that I caught, but anyways. So yeah, let's, so you can turn off generations. So some of the new animations, Charizard and Rayquaza have them. You will see those in a second. I just spoiled that Rayquaza is a new Pokemon. Now we're getting into new Pokemon. This is Why Not. This is a new Pokemon here that has not been in before. Hello, little guy. And another new Pokemon here, Elekid. Hello. He's looking real good. Alright. Some of the other features, so new voices, Alakazam, Croconaw, Drowsy, Electabuzz, Feraligatr, Psyduck, Scyther, Venusaur, and Weezing all have new voices. I actually have a little custom sound thing that I go in and I make them the game sound, so you probably noticed that these guys sound like their game counterparts. Like, they don't say Pikachu, they just make a weird, crazy noise. You can actually go in and change the sounds to do that. But, so, some of the animation fixes, Goldeen, Jigglypuff, Lapras, Onix, and Swinub now have animation fixes. So Onix is one of the coolest. We should show him, because he kind of floats around. There he goes. Look at him. He looks like a snake. This is a huge Onix, so he's got the huge size. That's why he's so big here. But I like this guy in it. Now he slithers around. He's looking pretty good. So there's animation fixes on that. There's a lot more held items now, including leftovers and stuff like that. Soothe Bell, Smoke Bomb, stuff like that. Wide Lens, pretty cool. Some of the other things, there's a new sound code so that Pokemon can have multiple cries. So if I wanted a separate cry for male or female Pikachu, you could do that. Stuff like that is pretty cool. So the bosses have been improved. Let me get some more new Pokemon out of here to show you guys. The bosses now have 4 levels. They added the green level, which is the easiest. So if you encountered a boss Pokemon, you can't catch it or damage it through, you know, like normal punching means. You're not going to be able to hit it with a sword. But bosses drop loot if you haven't encountered one before. And the green ones are always at least 5 levels above your team. Blue ones are 10, red are 20, and yellow are 40. So look out for those yellow bosses. Here is Beldum. Hello. He's floating there. He looks pretty sweet. He's a little creepy. Reminds me of like GLaDOS from Portal or something. There's Metang. These guys are so smooth. They don't even have any rough edges on them. And Metagross. This is probably a pygmy Metagross, I'm guessing. You can look at the stats. Yeah, it is. So it's really tiny, but you get the idea there with this guy. He's real cute. Alright. So yeah, the bosses, now if you beat them, it'll pop up with a little GUI and say, hey, you got this TM, you got this item from beating it, and they only drop them in battle. You can't just like kill them with a sword like I mentioned. So let's do some more here. There is Chincho. Hello. Little forgotten electric water type there. A lot of people don't remember some of these guys. Lantern, looking cool. Hi. So the swimming animation for Pokemon has also been fixed, so that's kind of cool. You can ride them underwater a lot easier. Drifloon, hi. Don't pull any children into the underworld, please. That's what that one likes to do. We'll get into the starters here in a sec once I finish up the rest of these new Pokemon. So some of the other features, there's a ton of fixes. We got Rayquaza coming up. That one's cool. Some of the fixes, evolution now happens after a battle and after your moves learn, so you won't just like miss out on a move, or you know, you gotta wait till the end of a battle for a Pokemon to evolve. But you can actually cancel it thanks to that new GUI. This is Drifblim. Hello. He's trying to get away from me. Alright, and then we got Girafarig. Whoa, that tail is so creepy. This guy's so weird. They're looking pretty good. And this whole line here, we got some more steel types finally. Aron. That guy's a little cutie. Hello. Let's go up here where the grass isn't so thick. We got Lairon over here, the mid-form. He is looking awesome. Some of these guys are so good looking. They look better than like some of the Pokemon Stadium models and stuff from back in the day. And Aggron, that guy is looking great. Awesome. You got Mega Evolution in store for you, buddy. Some of the other things, the saving system is now faster, so if you get you know, there shouldn't be as much slowdown on servers. If you accidentally get like kicked or disconnected from a server, then it's gonna save a little easier, so you won't, you know, revert as far back. And let's jump on this Rayquaza and fly through the sky as I talk about some stuff. Here we go. Look at this guy, crazy. His animation is real smooth and nice. That back there is my little glass tower for taking screenshots. So yeah, let's go around on this guy here. I'll do this way. There we go. Some of the other stuff, the Pokemon, if you throw them in the void in previous versions, sometimes they'd be gone forever, but that's no longer happens. Confusion, it should actually not do as much self-damage if you accidentally screw up and, you know, hit yourself there in confusion. It's not going to destroy you like it would in previous versions. Some of the other stuff, the inventory expansion, if you like open up your inventory, it used to go dark, and that was kind of annoying. Let's go into the starters here. Just got to drop this guy off, and we got all these new starters. It's so awesome. I think we're only missing like Chimchar's line maybe, so let's do this. Some of the other things, so Optifine had some issues, but they fixed a lot of stuff like conflicting with the mod itself. There is our first new starter, Chikorita, looking cute. She's real loud. There's Bayleaf, looking good. Hello. So some of the other things, I'll keep going as multitask here. Meganium. Saving now happens, yeah, real quick. You can now ride them underwater, as I mentioned. That's another one. The Poke Checker should now be fixed, so it's a little easier to look at your Pokemon stats. Hello, Piplup. As we get into Gen 4, you can hear their cries get a little more, you know, not abrasive sounding. Piplup, come back. There's Prinplup. Hello. You're crazy. Looking good, buddy. Little chubby penguin. And here's Empoleon. Awesome. I believe we can we ride this guy in the water? I don't think we can. Some of the starters you can ride, some of them you can't. Some of the other fixes here. So the running shoes, this is real cool. In previous versions, the running shoes would make you get a potion effect. So you have the swirls around you. It looked a little, you know, out of place. But now if you equipped it, it actually modifies your stats directly. So I can put some running shoes on, and my view will zoom out because I'm running faster. But you'll notice no swirls around me, so it's not as noticeable that I'm wearing these. And it works a bit better, so I like that. Let's zoom back in. There we go. Let's throw some more of these guys out. Totodile, this is one of my favorites from Gen 2. This is the guy that I chose when I played Silver originally. Look at that little crocodile. Alright, he's looking good. And Crocodile, the weird caveman crocodile. Hello. Looking good as well. Feraligatr, this guy's awesome. I think, yeah, we can ride this guy. Hello, I'm just sit on his shoulder as we run around like crazy. Jeez, he's fast. And so there's new detection for the GUI to prevent battle starting when you're in. So if you have like an evolution or something you're in the middle of, somebody tries to challenge you to a battle, it could interrupt it in old versions, but now that should be prevented. Ooh, hey Cyndaquil, looking good. Don't want to touch his back. There's Quilava there. Hi, how's it going, buddy? Alright, and Typhlosion, man, he is sweet. Look at that crazy neck frill. Alright, let's get another batch of these out of here. So the riding offsets, I mentioned that. When you're riding a Pokemon, it shouldn't look as weird or have you like stuck at a weird location. They added Magikarp going on sideways, I mentioned that already. Pokemon were duplicated when you forced battle. That was a weird little glitch where you could, you know, duplicate guys. That has been fixed. Here's Trico. Hello, another choice if you're starting out and get a new starter. There we go. Let's grab Grovyle. He is sweet. Hello, little weird samurai lizard. Alright. And then Sceptile. Hey, buddy. Want to get those berries off your back. They're looking good. Oh, he ran when I said that. Okay. And then Squirtle's line has new models here that look much improved. Hello, little Squirtle. There you are. Wartortle. Hi, buddy. How's it going? And we got... Whoa, there we go. He's so big it lagged for a second. Blastoise, hey buddy, let's go, run! He's so fast. And then some of the other fixes here. Moves are now learned even if evolution is cancelled. That was a glitch in the past where sometimes you'd miss moves because of evolution being cancelled out. Pokemon duplicated moves and status moves now actually hit. There are a few status moves that didn't seem to actually connect. Now actually, I'm going to save Charizard for last, because he's so cool. We're going to ride him into the sunset. So let's go over here. Mudkip, I heard you guys like these. There we go. Look at this guy. He's so tiny. And then we got Marshtomp. A lot of moves were fixed, including Crush Grip, Foul Play, Future Sight, Revenge, Substitute, and Spite. There's Swampert. He's cool. I love his little hunched posture. That's pretty sweet. We got Turtwig, another one of my favorites, little guy. Turtles, there's so many turtle Pokemon, but this guy is adorable. Leaf Stones will now change color depending on the biome you're in, so they don't look as out of place in trees and stand out quite as much. They blend in a little better. Grottle, how you doing, buddy? And then we got Torterra. Jeez, he is crazy. Let's jump on him and ride around a little bit. He is so fast too. Whoa. And then, so there was a bunch of invisible models and texture glitches. They fixed a lot of that. Some of the other things, opponents' faces, I mentioned that. You can see them when you're in a battle. Like if they challenge you to a battle, it'll show their skin, which is cool, so you know who is challenging you. Some of the other things here, music has been normalized to -10 decibels, so it shouldn't be quite as loud. And they did add a few new pieces of music, I believe. So it replaces the default Minecraft music with more Pokemon-appropriate music, and it is really good. I like the music that they've added. There's a wild Elekid in the plains here. This is a big deal. There's Charmander's new model there. Fossils have been increased by 50%. They were really rare before, so now you can find them a bit easier. And almost all the fossils are in the game now. There's a bunch over here. I think we're still waiting on Lily and its evolution, but we got Armaldo and all the other ones. They're all in their fossil cases there. And Firestones also have an increased chance, because they were one of the harder stones to find as well. So now you can get your Flareons. Get your Flareon. There's a Charmeleon right there, his new model. I love the little flame effect on their tails. That's so cool. And here we go. Charizard. Alright, now he has a standing model, and then if I jump on him, let's do this, and flight. There we go. That is so cool. His little flame is kind of pooping out his back there. But look, this is so awesome, man. I never thought I would play Minecraft flying through the skies on a Charizard, but it's so cool. So I mentioned we're in 1.5.2, but 1.5.3 will have some fixes here. The option to turn off camera rotation, fixes to some Pokemon not evolving and TMs not working, but that'll be fixed very soon here. And now let's talk about, before we go, 1.7. Now, 1.7 added so many biomes. It might be a bit because I know that they're working on the Minecraft Coder Pack to get mods running and everything. So because of all the changes to 1.7, it's taking a bit. But I know that their plans for the mod, they're going to add Pokemon across all the new biomes, so there's more reason to explore. I love that. Air persistent spawning. So the skies, right now the skies are fairly empty, except for me and my beautiful Charizard flying around. But they're going to add air persistent spawning, so you'll see a lot more Pokemon in the sky, and it'll be pretty cool. It'll look like much more lively around. And then the last thing that's awesome, I'll put a little picture here, the legendary bird shrines. So if you had trouble finding Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno, you can now find these shrines, and I believe there'll be some manner to summon them there, so you don't just have to hunt blindly for them. So that'll be awesome. And that is pretty much it. So much new stuff, guys. I hope you enjoyed checking out all the new Pokemon, new models, and all this stuff. And get out there and play Pixelmon. Make sure you update to 1.5.3 when that comes out very soon. It's probably already out if you're watching this later. So enjoy, guys. I'm gonna go fly off into, we can't go in the sunset, let's just fly into the sun. You can take it, you're a fire Pokemon, Charizard. Alright, see you guys next time for more Pixelmon, and Pokinawa will return with the new contest winners, so don't worry about that, guys. See you next time. Leave a like if you enjoyed this, and goodbye. Jeez, we are really high, Charizard. Whee! Goodbye.